As we journey through life, we encounter people who promise the world but deliver disappointment, and relationships that drain us more than they fill us. But here's the truth. Your energy, time, and peace are precious. In this video, we uncover the hidden signs that someone is toxic for you, and how to spot them before they steal your joy. From unreliable friends to energy-draining relationships, we'll dive deep into the red flags you can't afford to ignore. You'll learn how to protect your peace, prioritize your happiness, and surround yourself with those who lift you. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be empowered to create a life full of love, positivity, and real connections. Don't miss it. Your happiness starts with the people you choose to keep close. Before we start, I'd appreciate your support. If you like the video, please subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated on future lessons from God. C.S.Lewis powerfully illuminates a profound truth in the Four Loves, stating, "To love at all is to be vulnerable. Love anything, and your heart will be wrung and possibly broken." These words resonate deeply because they speak to the raw, unguarded nature of love. Love, in its truest form, opens our hearts wide, leaving us exposed to both its joy and its inevitable pain. However, this vulnerability doesn't mean we must offer our hearts to those who will only wound them. It is essential to approach love with wisdom and discernment, especially when it comes to choosing those who deserve our trust and affection. Love should never be about enduring manipulation, harm, or constant emotional depletion. Instead, it should nourish our spirit and lift us. This is why today, we will delve into 8 behaviors that unmistakably signal someone who doesn't truly care for you. These actions are like cracks in the facade of supposed affection, revealing a deep lack of genuine love or regard. Life is far too precious, far too fleeting, to invest in relationships that leave us feeling drained, unimportant, and even exploited. The heartache of being with people who take without giving is too heavy a burden to bear. So, let's take a hard look at the truth and protect ourselves from those who would only diminish our light. Let's begin this exploration with open eyes and hearts, ready to embrace the love that truly deserves us. Sign number 1. They only come around when they need something. Let's begin with the most glaring and painful truth. Those who only appear when they need something from you. You know exactly who I'm talking about. They're the ones who come into your life like a sudden storm, swooping in when there's something to be gained. They will knock on your door, phone in hand, asking for a favor, a service, or a quick fix. But the moment the tides shift, and you find yourself in need, where are they? Nowhere to be found. It's like they vanish into thin air, like shadows that disappear with the setting sun. That isn't care, that's opportunism, plain and simple. It's a cold, calculating approach to relationships, built not on true connection, but on the most convenient exchange for them. And let me make it crystal clear, real, genuine relationships are never founded on convenience. They are rooted in something far deeper: mutual respect, unwavering trust, and unshakable support for one another. These bonds are the kind that hold strong even when life's storms howl, when the earth shakes beneath you, and when everything else feels uncertain. I can't help but think of Proverbs 19 verse 4, which speaks a timeless truth. Wealth brings many friends, but a poor man is deserted by his friend. This ancient wisdom paints an unforgiving picture of how some relationships are built solely on what you bring to the table. As long as you have something to offer, whether it's wealth, status, or resources, they'll be by your side. But the moment those things fade, so does their loyalty, like dust carried away by the wind. And that's the painful reality of a friendship that was never real to begin with. C.S. Lewis, in his profound work The Four Loves, offers a piercing insight into this truth. He writes, "Those who cannot conceive friendship as a substantive love, but only as a disguise or elaboration of AOS, betray the fact that they have never had a friend." What he's saying is heart-wrenchingly true. True friendship is not some transactional exchange, nor is it a means to an end. It is a deep, unconditional love that stands tall, free from the chains of selfish motives. When someone sees you only as a source of what you can give, they aren't truly seeing you for who you are. They're seeing a tool, a resource, a stepping stone to something they want. And when you can no longer provide, when the well of what they crave runs dry, they vanish. Just like that, as if you never mattered. That is not friendship. That is pure exploitation. Real relationships thrive on a balance of giving and receiving, not on one-sided taking. It's about standing by each other's side, not just when life is sparkling with joy, but especially in the darkest hour when the world seems to fall apart. True love, real friendship, is tested in adversity. It's about showing up for each other when there's nothing to gain, when there are no favors to ask, and when the only thing that matters is being there for one another, through every up and down. Look closely, my friend, and observe who is still standing beside you when everything crumbles. Those are the ones who truly care about you. Not about what you can offer them, but about you as a person. They will be the ones who support you when you have nothing left to give, when your hands are empty and your heart is weary. Now, I want you to take a hard, honest look at the people in your life. Watch carefully who only reaches out when they need something, who vanishes when you need help, and who shows up only when there's something to gain. Recognize them for what they are, opportunists, not friends. Let them go. Don't waste your precious time and energy on those who only care about what you can do for them. Instead, save your heart for the ones who show up, not just in your moments of triumph, but in your darkest hours. Those are the ones who are worthy of your love, loyalty, and trust. Real care and true friendship are two-way streets, and only when both parties are willing to give, to be vulnerable, and to stand beside each other, will a bond endure. Protect your heart, and let go of those who are only there for the benefits. True companionship is priceless, and it deserves to be nurtured by those who know its value. Sign number 2. They downplay your successes. This one truly hits hard, doesn't it? You've achieved something monumental, a promotion that you tirelessly worked towards, a new business you poured your soul into, or even a personal milestone that means more to you than words could express. You feel that rush of pride, that glow of accomplishment. And yet, when you share this triumph, instead of the support and excitement you deserve, you're met with a cold, dismissive response. Oh, that's nice, or even worse, they twist your moment into something about them. Well, I've done something like that before, as though your joy isn't even yours to savor. Let's face the truth. The people who genuinely care about you will celebrate your victories with you. Those who don't, they'll struggle to show any real excitement. And why? Because your success becomes a mirror that forces them to confront their doubts and insecurities. Your progress highlights the areas in their own lives where they feel lacking. Instead of being inspired by your achievements, they choose to downplay them, to belittle them, in an attempt to feel better about themselves. It's as if by dimming your light, they can somehow make theirs shine brighter. C.S.Lewis captures the essence of true friendship in The Four Loves, where he writes, "Friendship is born at that moment when one man says to another, 'What? You too? I thought that no one but myself.' True friends don't compete with you. They don't see your achievements as a threat to their own. Instead, they connect with you on a deeper level, understanding that your success is something to be celebrated. They stand beside you, lifting you higher, knowing that your victories only enhance the bond you share. Your accomplishments aren't seen as something that diminishes theirs. They are a reason for both of you to rejoice, for both of you to feel pride in the journey you've both walked together." Proverbs 27 verse 17 offers timeless wisdom. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. True friends encourage you, challenge you, and celebrate every step you take toward greater success. They don't see your victories as a reminder of what they lack, but rather, they see them as an opportunity to grow alongside you. These are the people who help you sharpen your abilities, who push you to be better, and who cheer you on with every triumph, big or small. They understand that your growth doesn't come at the expense of theirs. Your successes are a collective celebration of everything you've both worked for. So, protect yourself, my friend. Surround yourself with people who truly want to see you rise. The ones who clap for you when you win, who are genuinely proud of your success without trying to turn it into a competition. They are the ones who will elevate you, who will cheer you on, and who will remind you that your achievements matter. Not just to you, but to them as well. Those are your people. The ones who share your joy, who help you keep climbing higher, who stand by you with love, not envy. And those who can't do that, let them go. Don't waste your energy on those who can't handle seeing you shine. Protect your joy fiercely. Celebrate every win, no matter how small, and don't let anyone steal that precious light from you. Keep shining, keep soaring, and keep surrounding yourself with people who will light the way with you. Sign number 3. They constantly criticize you. Only God can judge me. There's a profound truth in that statement, a powerful reminder that we are not here to bear the weight of endless judgment from others. There is a vast chasm between constructive criticism and constant, relentless criticism. Constructive criticism? That comes from a place of love, of genuine care. It's honest, it's thoughtful, and it intends to guide you toward growth, to help you improve. Even when it's tough to hear, it builds you up because it's meant to challenge you, not tear you down. It encourages self-reflection, the kind that pushes you toward becoming your best self. But constant criticism, that's a different, more insidious beast altogether. It doesn't come from a place of love, nor does it aim to help you grow. No, it comes from a place of control, jealousy, or deep insecurity. When someone criticizes everything you do, nitpicking at every move you make, it's not about nurturing your growth. It's about keeping you small, suffocating your confidence. They point out your flaws, they magnify your mistakes, and with every word, they plant seeds of doubt in your heart. Why? Because they want you to second-guess yourself, to question your worth and your abilities, so you'll never fully step into your potential. That's not care, it's sabotage, dressed up as concern. It's the kind of negativity that seeks to diminish, to break you down, to make you feel like you're never good enough. C.S.Lewis, in The Great Divorce, captures the danger of this kind of negativity and how it can corrode the soul. He writes, "Hell begins with a grumbling mood, always complaining, always blaming others. But you are still distinct from it. You may even criticize it in yourself and wish you could stop it, but there may come a day when you can no longer. Then there will be no you left to criticize the mood or even to enjoy it, but just the grumble itself, going on forever like a machine." The constant critics, they live in that grumbling, blaming, perpetual state. Their words are more about their inner turmoil and their inability to deal with their insecurities than anything to do with you. They will project their fears and frustrations onto you, distorting your reality and making you question your truth. The Bible speaks to the power of our words in Ephesians 4 verse 29. "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what helps build others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." True care doesn't tear others down. It lifts them. True friendship, real love, encourages growth and healing, not destruction. It speaks life, not death. It speaks encouragement, not condemnation. Words have the power to shape our souls, to either help us flourish or cause us to wither. So, if you find yourself surrounded by constant criticism, people who seem intent on pulling you apart, who only see your flaws, take a step back. Protect your peace. Your worth isn't defined by the harsh words of others. Guard your spirit, surround yourself with those who build you up, who encourage you, who see your potential even when you can't see it yourself. Let go of the voices that try to break you down, and hold close the ones that help you rise. If you are still watching this video, and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Sign number 4. They don't respect your boundaries. Boundaries are the very foundation of every healthy, thriving relationship. They aren't barriers meant to isolate or push people away. Rather, they are lines that clearly define what is acceptable and what is not. Boundaries protect the most valuable parts of who you are: your peace, your time, and your energy. These are precious resources, and when you allow others to infringe upon them, you risk draining yourself and losing sight of your own needs. But here's the painful truth. When someone doesn't truly care about you, they will disregard your boundaries like they don't even exist. They'll test your limits, push your patience, and demand more from you than you're willing or even able to give. It's as if your well-being is irrelevant to them. Here's what you must understand. Boundaries are a direct reflection of self-respect. They are not just requests. They are declarations of what you need to feel valued, protected, and respected in any relationship. When you set boundaries, you are essentially saying, "This is what I require to maintain my peace, my sense of self, and my mental and emotional health." Yet, for some people, boundaries feel like an inconvenience, a nuisance. They don't see them as a request for mutual respect. They see them as something to be circumvented or challenged. They'll push back, question your reasoning, or act as though your limits are something to be ignored. C.S. Lewis, in The Weight of Glory, profoundly observes, "You can't go on being a good egg forever. You either have to hatch or go bad." Boundaries allow relationships to hatch, evolve, and grow into something beautiful and life-giving. When respected, they foster connection and understanding, creating a space for both parties to thrive. But when boundaries are trampled, they rot the relationship from the inside out, turning it into something toxic, draining, and ultimately harmful. These are the people who will guilt-trip you for saying no, or manipulate you into overextending yourself to the point of exhaustion. They'll ignore your limits entirely, testing your patience time and time again, all while expecting you to give endlessly without consideration for your needs. And when they do this, that is your red flag, the warning sign that the relationship isn't based on mutual respect. Because here's the undeniable truth: each time you set a boundary, you are testing the integrity of the relationship. A person who truly respects you will honor your boundaries without hesitation. They will understand that it's not about rejecting them, it's about protecting yourself, and that setting a boundary is an act of self-care, not a rejection of the relationship. But when someone disregards your boundaries, it speaks volumes about how they value you, and more importantly, how they value the relationship. It's not based on care, understanding, or mutual respect. It's an imbalanced, one-sided dynamic where they take, and you give until there's nothing left of you to offer. You cannot, and should not, try to build something meaningful with someone who refuses to respect your limits. That's not a partnership. It's exploitation, plain and simple. So don't be afraid to enforce your boundaries. Stand firm. The right people, the ones who genuinely care about you, will honor them without question. And the wrong ones, they will reveal their true colors, showing you who they truly are and what they truly want from you. Let them go. Protect your energy, your peace, and your heart, and know that you are worthy of relationships where respect is mutual, where boundaries are valued, and where love is not defined by what you can give, but by who you both are together. Sign number 5. They're never happy for you. Let me ask you something. Have you ever experienced a moment where you shared something you were deeply proud of? Maybe it was a promotion that you worked tirelessly for, a personal goal that you achieved after months of dedication, or finally reaching a milestone that you thought was out of your reach. And instead of the excitement and encouragement you expected, you were met with indifference, negativity, or even jealousy. If you've been there, you know just how soul-crushing and disheartening that feels. It's like your moment of triumph has been stolen, and in its place, you're left with doubt and confusion. That, my friend, is a glaring red flag. The people who truly care about you, those who love you for who you are, not just when it's convenient, don't just show up when life gets hard. They're there for the celebrations, too. Real friends, real supporters, are the ones who cheer for you when you're winning. They don't need to fully understand every step of your journey or the challenges you've overcome to feel your joy. They're genuinely excited to see you thrive because your happiness makes their hearts swell with pride and joy. Your success feels like their success because they truly care about you and want to see you reach new heights. But the ones who don't care, they'll find ways to downplay your achievement. Maybe they'll brush it off as if it's nothing special. "Oh, that's nice," they'll say, their words cold and indifferent, lacking the warmth of genuine enthusiasm. Or worse, they'll try to diminish your moment with a comparison, saying something like, "Well, that's not such a big deal. I've done something even better." And if it gets worse, they may even criticize your accomplishment, making you question whether it was worth celebrating at all. They won't congratulate you. Instead, they'll chip away at your joy. That isn't support. It's toxicity disguised as a response, a subtle way of making you feel small, insignificant, and unworthy of celebrating your successes. C.S.Lewis captures this destructive dynamic in The Four Loves when he writes, "Friendship is unnecessary, like philosophy, like art. It has no survival value. Rather, it is one of those things which give value to survival. True friends are not in competition with you. They don't feel threatened by your accomplishments. Instead, they find deep joy in sharing those moments with you. They add meaning to your life by cheering you on, celebrating you, and being there for the highs just as much as they are there for the lows. They don't see your success as a reflection of their shortcomings. They see it as a reason to rejoice with you, to lift you even higher, because your joy enriches their life, too. Surround yourself with people who genuinely care, and who can share in your happiness without any hidden agenda. Philippians 2 verse 3 reminds us, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves." True care flows from a place of humility. Humility that recognizes the worth in others and celebrates their victories as if they were our own. The right people will build you up, not tear you down. They'll uplift you, support you, and show you that your success is worth celebrating. Let go of those who only seek to dim your light or steal your joy. Protect your peace and cherish the people who can truly celebrate you, without jealousy, comparison, or criticism. These are the ones who will stand by you, always ready to celebrate the beauty of your journey. Sign number 6. They gossip about you. This one's a no-brainer, but it's essential to address it. If someone talks about you behind your back, they simply don't care about you. Period. Gossip isn't just harmless chatter. It's an act of betrayal, a deliberate effort to undermine someone's character when they're not around to defend themselves. It's a violation of trust, a deep cut to the core of any meaningful relationship. Gossip reflects a lack of respect and an absence of loyalty, two values that should be the foundation of every bond we cherish. Think about it for a moment. When someone spreads rumors or shares your personal life without your consent, what they're doing is prioritizing their own need for attention, validation, or entertainment over their commitment to you. They willingly sacrifice your trust just for a fleeting moment of gossip or the approval of others. That's not friendship. That's not care. That's selfishness wrapped in a shiny facade, pretending to be concerned. Gossip doesn't just break trust, it chips away at the very foundation of relationships. It's a poison that spreads, creating fractures where love and loyalty should hold firm. The damage it causes goes far beyond the immediate sting. It plants seeds of doubt and division that are incredibly difficult to uproot. And here's the hard truth we often fail to see. If they're gossiping about someone else to you, rest assured they're doing the same thing to you behind your back. Gossipers are rarely loyal to just one target. They'll smile to your face, share juicy secrets about others, and then turn around and do the same thing when you're not around. It's part of their nature, and the sooner you recognize this toxic pattern, the better off you'll be. Proverbs 16 verse 28 speaks powerfully to this. A perverse person stirs up conflict, and gossip separates close friends. Gossip isn't just harmless chatter, it's a force of destruction. It drives wedges between people, fractures friendships, and slowly erodes trust. It's a betrayal wrapped in the guise of casual conversation, but in reality, it reveals a fundamental lack of care, loyalty, and integrity. True friends don't gossip about you behind your back. They stand up for you, they defend your character, and they honor your trust. They are there to support you, protect you, and keep your reputation intact, not tear it down for the sake of their fleeting entertainment or self-interest. So, the next time you catch wind of someone gossiping about you, or even engaging in gossip about others, recognize it for what it is, a reflection of their true character. And when it comes to choosing your circle, remember that the people who are quick to gossip are also the ones who will turn on you when you're not around. Protect your peace, your trust, and your relationships by surrounding yourself with those who uplift you, who keep your secrets safe, and who will always stand by you, even when the world tries to tear you down. Sign number 7. They're unreliable. You know exactly who I'm talking about. They look you in the eye, promising you the world, offering words that sound sincere and full of conviction. They make you believe they're committed, that they'll be there when you need them most. But when the time comes to follow through, they vanish without a trace. It's not a one-time slip-up, it's a pattern, an ongoing cycle of empty promises and broken commitments. These aren't just words that hold no weight. They are a reflection of how little they truly value the relationship, your time, and ultimately, your trust. When someone consistently lets you down, it's more than just an inconvenience, it's a message. It's a signal that, no matter how much they say, their priorities don't include you. That harsh truth might sting, but it's one you cannot afford to overlook or ignore. Every relationship, whether it's a friendship, partnership, or family bond, rests on the foundation of trust and mutual respect. Without these, what you're left with is instability, doubt, and disappointment. A relationship built on shaky ground becomes less of a source of strength and more of a burden, a liability you're carrying around. Think about it for a moment. How many times have we overlooked small signs of inconsistency or broken promises in the name of loyalty or hope? We convince ourselves that this time will be different, that eventually, they'll come through. We tell ourselves their promises are sincere, even though their actions fail to back them up. But the longer you hold on to those broken promises, the more you compromise your well-being, your peace, and your sense of self-respect. C.S.Lewis, in The Four Loves, beautifully captures the essence of what makes relationships strong and reliable. He writes, "Affection is responsible for 9/10 of whatever solid and durable happiness there is in our lives. True affection is not just about the warm feelings we share. It is about consistency, reliability, and alignment between words and actions that create a foundation of trust. Affection, in this sense, is the glue that binds relationships together, making them sources of happiness and strength. But when someone is unreliable, when they fail to follow through on their promises, it begins to erode that happiness, leaving behind nothing but instability and disappointment. The more you experience it, the more it chips away at your peace of mind. Proverbs 25 verse 19 speaks powerfully to this. Trusting in a treacherous man in time of trouble is like a bad tooth or a foot that slips. Unreliable people are like a bad tooth, something that might seem harmless at first, but over time, it causes more and more pain. Or like a foot that slips, leaving you vulnerable and unable to stand firm when you need support the most. People who are consistently unreliable make it impossible to depend on them, and when you can't rely on someone in your time of need, the relationship becomes a hollow shell of what it should have been. It no longer serves you, and it certainly doesn't serve them either. So, recognize the signs, my friend. A pattern of broken promises isn't just a mistake. It's a reflection of who that person truly is and where you stand in their life. Don't waste your time and energy hoping for change when the truth is clear. If they can't show up for you now, they won't show up for you later. Trust is everything, and once it's broken, it's incredibly hard to rebuild. Protect your heart, protect your peace, and surround yourself with people who honor their word, who show up not just with promises, but with actions that demonstrate their respect for you and your time. If you are still watching this video, and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Sign number 8. They drain your energy. Finally, let's talk about energy. Have you ever been around someone who leaves you feeling completely drained, as if they've sucked all the life right out of you? You know the type, those energy drainers. And let me tell you, energy drainers are dangerous. They take, and leave you with nothing but emptiness. They flood your space with negativity, constantly unloading their problems and complaints, without ever offering anything back in return. It's like they thrive on your energy, but never replenish what they've taken. The worst part? They rarely, if ever, even acknowledge the toll they're taking on you. You've got to protect your energy, my friends. It's not just a good idea or something nice to consider. It's a necessity. Your energy is one of the most precious resources you have. How you choose to spend it will directly shape the quality of your life. If you spend it on the right people, those who uplift you, support you, and bring positivity into your life, you'll feel inspired, alive, and full of vitality. But if you waste it on the wrong people, those who drain you with their negativity and selfishness, you'll find yourself exhausted, depleted, and questioning your worth. That's the harsh reality. Plain and simple. C.S.Lewis, in Mere Christianity, shares a powerful insight that applies here. Love is not an affectionate feeling but a steady wish for the loved person's ultimate good, as far as it can be obtained. Energy drainers are not capable of true love because they focus on taking from you rather than genuinely caring for your well-being. True relationships, the ones that nourish and sustain you, are built on mutual care, understanding, and a desire for each other's ultimate good. It's a partnership, a balance. But energy drainers are stuck in a cycle of one-sided dependency, where their needs always come first, and yours are left to wither. Now, I know this might sound harsh to some of you. Maybe you're thinking, shouldn't we try to see the good in everyone? Shouldn't we be understanding and compassionate? Yes, absolutely. Seeing the good in people is important, and offering understanding is crucial. But here's the thing. There's a fine line between showing empathy and allowing people to take advantage of your kindness. Life is too short to waste on those who leave you feeling empty, undervalued, or used. It's not about cutting people off to make a point or be harsh. It's about making space for the right people, those who nourish your soul, not drain it. Choose to surround yourself with love, support, and positivity. Build relationships that uplift you, that make you feel seen, heard, and valued. Be intentional about the energy you give and receive. Don't settle for relationships that suck the life out of you. You deserve better. You deserve relationships that add to your joy, not deplete it. Choose people who celebrate your wins, who cheer for you when you rise, and who stand by your side when you fall. Surround yourself with people who bring out the best in you, not the worst. And always, always remember your worth. When you stand tall, when you set firm boundaries, and when you prioritize your peace and well-being, you're not just protecting yourself, you're creating a life that is fulfilling, joyful, and free. Life is too short to spend it on people who don't value you. Not everyone who smiles at you is your friend. Not everyone who checks in on you is rooting for your success. Words can be deceiving, and people can say all the right things and still treat you in ways that are far from supportive. That's why it's so important to pay attention, not just to what people say, but to how they make you feel. Watch their actions, especially during difficult times. It's easy to be there when everything's going well, but the true test of a person's character is how they show up when things get tough. Those who genuinely care for you will be there, even in the storm. They'll offer comfort, not criticism. They'll offer support, not selfishness. So, protect your energy, guard your peace, and surround yourself with people who genuinely care about you and your well-being. Your life is too valuable to spend on anything or anyone that leaves you feeling less than who you are meant to be. So, what have you learned so far? Relationships, trust, boundaries, and the energy we give and receive, they all play such crucial roles in shaping our lives. Each of us deserves to be surrounded by people who lift us, who respect our boundaries, and who celebrate our successes without competition. As we navigate through life, it's important to protect our energy, choose our circles wisely, and recognize when it's time to let go of relationships that no longer serve us. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you'll bring into practice in your own life? Please share it in the comments below. And if you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Your support means the world, and we can't wait to continue this journey with you. Thanks for watching, and take care of your energy.